The stock of the day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. With over 17,000 markets and extended trading hours, turn US earnings season volatility into opportunity. Get started at IG.com.
And our stock of the day is PolyNovo. It's emerged from a trading halt and its shares have soared. It's saying it's well positioned to gain from proposed changes to US Medicare reimbursement for outpatient wound care. With the potential change, reimbursements would be extended to cheaper skin products. The company is saying this may reduce the incentives for practitioners to use high-cost competitors with PolyNovo. In fact, some further detail there. The US Centre for Medicare and Medicaid Services proposing plans aimed at reducing waste and unnecessary use of skin substitutes, it says, which includes capping those reimbursement plans for substitutes to a flat fee of around $800 per square inch, which was well below the previous levels there of some $2,000 per square inch. So, Michael, I'm going to start with you. In fact, just also off the back of its results, revenue was pretty much in line with consensus. EBITDA, though, was at the bottom end of guidance.
Yeah, I mean, it's still decent growth numbers when you look at the headline numbers. They do have a pivotal clinical trial in the pipeline called BARDA. The FDA approval process is going to take, a number of months really until that, is known as to exactly what happens there. We've had a bit of a love-hate relationship with PolyNovo. It does, have a very good product, and the growth rates, as I mentioned, are very good. However, there has been a lot of upheaval, or if you like, at board level. It does have a fairly, strong, some would say domineering chairman. However, he is the one that has got the business to this point. He just probably has some older world ways of doing things, but that doesn't necessarily preclude the company from succeeding. So it's a company that we have on our watch list. We don't currently hold it in our managed fund, but it's, one that if they start to get these approvals across the line and the sales momentum continues, that it eventually will need to re-rate higher. So a more speculative play, and I'll probably give it a bit of a speculative buy after today's update.
Now, Sean, you come late to the party here. I've only just told you about that we're going to do PolyNovo, so not a lot of research for you, but any particular thoughts you've got on the stock?
It's not really a space we do invest in a lot because, as you touched on already, you're sitting there waiting for the FDA approval, or not, as the case may be. And we've seen some huge volatility over the last couple of months from stocks that have got adverse rulings accordingly.
Well, it always, with biotech, it so often comes down to these binary outcomes, doesn't it?
Exactly. And which makes it very, very hard to have it in a portfolio, certainly in any decent portion of the portfolio, because it's, as you say, it's a binary outcome. The stock's had a tough few years. I see no reason to buy it here. In fact, if anything, the gap up today would have probably been a bit of a sell for us, but right here, right now, the news is positive. I'd call it a hold, but that hold could look silly in a few weeks' time if they get the right outcome from the FDA.
There you go, PolyNovo, stock of the day. It's a specky buy from Michael and a hold from Sean.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Turn volatility into opportunity this US earnings season with extended trading hours on over 110 key US shares. Get started at IG.com.